What's up, YouTube? Alright, so Soupy707 here. I'm gonna do a bit of a different video. Today I'm gonna do what I like to call hillbilly adventures with Buck. Now, my name might be Mitchell, or to some people Campbell, but my nickname is Buck. So I'm just gonna say this once. My friends call me Buck. Okay, I had to get that out of the way. But before I get started, I want to tell you about somebody that I just found out about had a YouTube channel. She's a good friend of mine. Her name is Miss Hollister98. I'm probably gonna put her channel link in my description down there. So right now to my hillbilly adventures. I'm a hillbilly, a Canadian hillbilly. Yes, there's such a thing. I live in the woods. I live in the hills. I live in a magical place called Muskoka, out in the middle of nowhere, in Ontario, Canada. But to get on with my adventure, the other day was a snow day, or a rain day, more like it. It was raining really hard. It was supposed to be like freezing rain, but it was just raining really hard. So, being the idiot I was, I figured I'd go ATVing. Ample amount of puddles of mud, along with like just water puddles, mud puddles, bumpy terrain, and on top of all of that, my ATV is really, really shitty. I mean, it just sucks. Well, anyways, so I went about a mile and a half back in the bush on my ATV, and then I went through this big mud puddle. It was like water, mud, all that. Like, I went through it, and if y'all know how to sit on an ATV, which I hope all you do, the mud was up to my kneecaps. That's how deep it was. Well, anyway, and I was sitting there. I just plowed through it, and about 3/4 way through, my TV quit. So I figured, okay, I'll just push it out and then start it back up. I push it out on the opposite side of the way I wanted to go. Didn't start. So I turned it around and pushed it all the way through the mud again. So I was about up to my chest in mud and water. It was freezing outside, like -6. It was raining. There was mud up to my chest. There was water up to my neckish area mixed in with the mud. I was soaked to the bone, freezing cold, and I had to push an ATV a mile and a half back home. I get to my house. I'm covered in mud and water. My dad just looks at me and says, "What just happened to you, boy?" And I'm just kind of sitting there just saying, "Shut up." Walking to the house, dry off. Oh, actually, sorry. As I was walking to the house, I hosed myself down. Then I went in, dried off. And then I sit down and I find out that my dog was let out and she ran off after me. So I went back there with my rifle because where I live there are cougars and bears and such. Even though it's a snow day, still they haven't began hibernating yet. So I went back there with my rifle and I found my dog, and then we just kind of walked back. But as I was walking back, lucky me, there was a game warden back there because it was also the close of deer season for bows. And I was out there with a rifle, so it didn't really look too good. But I explained my deal, and he was like, "Okay, alright, go on." Just kidding. He was like, "Yo, show me your license." Don't have one. So eventually I got to my house. Don't ask me how, long story. But eventually I got to my house. $500 later, I was basically told, "Okay, free to go," kind of deal. And other than that, it's a pretty chill and snow day, as you would call it. But yeah, we've had like one no yeah, one official snow day, but we've had two power outage days at our school. Like I go to a school called GHS, Gravenhurst High School. We have like the shittiest power grid on earth. Just my town in general. Like if it's like a strand of lights for Christmas. If one place doesn't have power, the whole damn town doesn't have it. Like I may not live in town. I live out in the boonies, but I'm still connected on the Gravenhurst grid for power, so I don't get power too easy. But basically, life sucks when there's a power outage. I mean, when it normally took the people in town like 2 days to get their power, for us it was like for the people out where I live, it was about 5 or 6 days. So I was kind of PO'd at that. Like everybody was like, "Oh yeah, I was playing Battlefield 3." No, I was like, no. But other than that, that's one of my redneck adventures. So I hope y'all have a good day, evening, morning, whatever it is where you are. Um, Check out Miss Hollister 98's um channel. She's pretty good. Um, I'm not liking her because that she has a boyfriend, but she's hot, so at least check it out some. Other than that, I'm just gonna have to say, have a good day.